I would like to welcome you all to the Dr. Seuss event this year, and this year we have a very special guest. Her name is Chelsea Tobin Paulson. As a child growing up in South Dakota, her option, she thought, was either to become a father like her dad or a nurse like her mother. But after attending and graduating from Augustina College with degrees in deaf education and elementary education, she became a teacher and a great role model. Chelsea is the former National Association of the Deaf Miss Deaf America 2006 through 2008. Chelsea was also involved with the Youth Leadership Forum from 2004 to 2008 and a governing member of the National Youth Leadership Network from 2007 to 2010. In May of 2009, she married her high school sweetheart, Jared Paulson, whom we all know. Chelsea enjoys reading very much, her dog Bella, her cat Lily, and of course, teaching at ISDB. Please welcome Miss Deaf America, Chelsea Paulson.
Oh, whoops. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I don't need these anymore. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. Young cat, if you keep your eyes open enough, oh, the stuff you will learn, the most wonderful stuff. You'll be on your way up, you'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You have the brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction that you choose. Know that I can read in red? I can read in blue. I can read with my left eye. And I can read with my right. I can read with my eyes shut tight. No, they must be open so we can read. I can read everything. This is very hard to do. Hey, I can read anything. And when I keep them open, I can read with much more speed. You have to be a speedy reader because there is so much to read. All the places you'll go, you'll learn about boats and goats, rain, train, box, and fox. You can read about ankles, knees, noses, and how to smell roses, and what you should do about owls on noses. You can learn how to change for a better tomorrow. We can look back in history and you'll be able to read about Martha's Vineyard, about Gallaudet, about Laurent Clerc, and the American School for the Deaf, the National Association for the Deaf, the Greater Los Angeles Agency on the Deafness, Deaf Women United, United States of American Deaf Sports Federation. You can read about Communication Services for the Deaf, the National Fraternal Society for the Deaf, and World Federation for the Deaf. You can read about what to do if you're rejected for interpreting services. Of course, you can read everything and learn how to stand up for yourself through your experiences. You'll be able to take off from there. You are the only ones that really know yourselves inside. You must analyze yourselves and understand what must be done. Whoa, you think it's easy? In reality, it is not. You will feel like you're having the time of your life until you face an obstacle. There will be a struggle, and you will work through the struggle. Then you will face frustration. Yet, at the same time, you're progressing through, closer to the goal, becoming successful. Is that possible? Yes. 98 3/4% guaranteed, so experience it. So several years ago, ago, I was Miss Deaf America. And I'm going to show you a few slides about myself. You know, about reading with your eyes shut? Nah. That is a silly question, huh? Can you read with your eyes shut? Can you? No, you can't. Your eyes are closed and you can't read it. Well, the VI can, of course. They have what they call Braille, and they have learned to be able to read Braille with their eyes shut, or not being able to see. When you guys are kids, and you're learning to read, you're able to travel through different places and experience different things. And as a kid, you're still learning. You're not for sure what your skills are. But I'm going to go ahead and expand a little bit on this. The book is called I Can Read With My Eyes Shut by the Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss. Cat in the Hat and I are good friends. No, is it funny, huh? No. So here I can read in red. I can read in blue. I can read in pickle color too, which is green. I can read in bed. You can. And you can read in purple and brown. And you can even read in a circle and upside down. Did you know that? You really can. Yeah, you can. Teachers are skilled, and students still have to practice and learn. I can read with my left eye, and I can read with my right eye. I can read Mississippi with my eyes shut tight. M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P-P-I. Boy, I am skilled. I can read anything, you know that. Mississippi, Indianapolis, and hallelujah too. I can read it all with my eyes shut tight. I can read them with my eyes shut. That is very hard to do. Not for me. I struggled for a while, and then I finally learned how. But it's bad for my hat and makes my eyebrows get red hot. So, reading with my eyes shut, I don't do an awful lot. Look at that. Yeah, I really struggle and suffer, and I sweat. It's tough. And when I keep them open, I can read with much more speed. You can have a speedy reader because there's so much to read. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? We have a dad and a boy reading together. You can read about trees and bees and, of course, knees. And knees on trees. And bees on threes. You can read about anchors. And all about ants. You can read about ankles. And crocodile pants. You can read about hoses. And how to smell roses. And what you should do about owls on noses. Young cat, if you keep your eyes open enough, oh, the stuff you will learn. The most wonderful stuff. You'll learn about fish bones and wishbones. You'll learn about trombones too. You'll learn about Jake, the pillow snake. And all about Foo-Foo the Snoo. Man, that's crazy. You can learn about ice. You can learn about mice. Mice on ice and ice on mice. You can learn about the price of ice Nice ice for sale. 10 cents a pound. You can learn about sad and glad and mad. There are so many things you can learn about, but you'll miss the best things if you keep your eyes shut. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you will go. You might learn a way to earn a few dollars. Or how to make donuts or kangaroo collars. So as you read, you can learn much more. You can learn to read music and play a hut-zut if you keep your eyes open, but not with them shut. If you read with your eyes shut, you're likely to find that the places you're going is far, far behind. So as you're driving around, be sure to keep your eyes open so you can arrive at your destination. So, that's what I tell you, to keep your eyes wide. Keep them wide open, at least on one side. Can you guys close one eye and open the other? Give it a try.
I can't look. I can.
You're dolphin.
I can You can't call me a dolphin.
So, my beautiful people, this is me several years ago. Oh, I used to love to sit in bookstores and I'd just get stacks of books and read and read and read. I was so curious. And the more I read, the more I became skilled. And I'm kind of crazy like the Cat in the Hat, huh? Yeah, would you agree? So my personality, I think, really matches the Cat in the Hat. I've had many people help me with this costume. We helped sew it together and buy different things. And did I become a very skilled signer? And no, I had to learn first. Who is in the play? Who is acting in the play? Raise your hand. Albina, raise your hand. You're in the play. I know that.
What play?
Back there.
So you know the play about America? You guys have to practice and practice, right? So you become skilled. Same here. I've had to really practice to be able to do this and do it smoothly and fast. And be able to act and have fun. I'm a farm girl. I grew up on the farm. I didn't learn to stand with my legs closed. When I stood, my legs were far apart, and I was just more like a farm girl, kind of like a tom girl. But I struggled having to put on this fun suit or fun dresses and to become more like an actor and be able to act and do different people, like the Cat in the Hat. So some of you think, oh, I'll never make it, but you will if you practice. You keep practicing and practicing, and eventually you will be able to. This is me 5 years ago. And I still have my crown. And here it is. It is heavy. If I leave it on, it'll start to fall off and make an indentation in my hair and my head, and I had to suffer wearing it all of the time. People were just amazed. They thought, wow, when they'd see me with this crown. But this is the crown that I won from Miss America. And this is my sash. It says NAD Miss Deaf America. Oh, whoops, the cat's head is leaning over. And I had to wear this everywhere I went, and people would look at me, and they'd be curious, and they'd identify me right off the bat. This is my home on the farm. It was in South Dakota, and I have several pictures. There's a picture of our farm that was taken overhead from an airplane. We have a barn and our house and different silos and things there on the farm. You know, and we traveled around and met a lot of, there's a lot of people who have never seen grain or hay before as I traveled around and shown these pictures. And it also shows a picture of a combine. You know, that's country living. Here, people see it all the time. But in other places, people have no idea what farm life is like. So these are pictures of my life. This is a picture of me and my husband. And when I was not married at the time that I received Miss Deaf America. It says Miss, not Mrs. Whoops. We went through the slides too fast, so we got to go back. This is my family. This is a picture of my sister and my baby sister, and then a picture of my husband Jared, and then another family member. So this is a little bit about my family and some pictures. And this is my chaperone, Janet Eisfeld. And wherever I went, I had a chaperone with me, you know, to help me get dressed. I had a really tight dress on, and trying to walk it was a struggle, so I had a chaperone that kind of helped me, and I was on 4-inch heels. And it was awful, and I had to suffer. I'm wearing the skinny little dress and try and walk around. So I had a chaperone that helped me out a lot. Helped me get on stage and off stage, and you know, because pageant time is really crazy. This is a picture of the top 6 finalists of Miss Deaf America, and it's all 50 states. Have you guys seen the pageant? Have you guys seen pageants before?
Yeah.
You know, where they go on stage and do a little presentation and talk, or they sing, or they act. Well, my skill was telling stories. At my time, there was 26 girls from 26 states. There was not a total of 50. And we all met in one place and had a competition and competed against each other. Before, I was Miss Deaf South Dakota before I went for Miss Deaf America. Kentucky, Washington, D.C., California, me, South Dakota, Kansas, and Florida. So these were the top 6 that competed again at each other at the very end. All 26 would compete, and then we were left with the top 6. And we all came out on the stage and did our little stint, and then we had to go off, and the judges had to decide which one would become Miss Deaf America. And I won. It is crazy. As I was standing on stage, you know, all 6 of the girls were holding hands. You know, in pageant, all the girls hold hands because they're so excited and they can't wait and they want each other to wish each other good luck. So then they called the second runner-up, which was Miss Deaf Florida. And then the first runner-up was Miss Deaf Kentucky. And then the rest of us are still holding hands. You know, we're all curious, who is going to be Miss Deaf America? And they said it is Miss South Dakota. And I was so excited. I let go of hands and walked up front, received my huge bouquet of flowers. My legs were really shaking, though. I was so nervous. I was shaking. And I'd walk, and everybody was congratulating. And way over there was my family that was watching. My parents, watching to see if maybe I was going to trip and fall, but I didn't. And my dad, I did a little wobble. I'm a farm girl. I'm not used to walking in heels, but it was funny anyway. So this is a group of people from South Dakota that came to watch the pageant. And we have my family. And then this one lady here really helped me with my signing and with my drama, and so it'd become more clear in a cleaner presentation. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll change it, I'll fix it up, fine. And then this gentleman on the end is platform presenter, so he really helped me with my platform presentation and gave me a lot of feedback. And helped me with my signing, so I'd open up my sign space and wouldn't sign down low in front of me, but out in the open. And then this is a former Miss Deaf America, right before me. And then just a bunch of other people from South Dakota that supported me. So Miss Deaf America was set up in 1972. And Anne was the first Miss Deaf America. And now and she gives it on to, each year it's given down, the next girl gives it to the next girl that wins the next year. Here are some more pictures, a variety of pictures. And this is from my 2-year travels after Miss Deaf America. You see me every day, I have my glasses on, and I'm in just some nice casual pants and chatting. But I can look very pretty and dress up in some fancy dresses and stand with my shoulders back and be more feminine. So it's a huge difference and a huge jump from a farm girl to a pageant queen. And after you win, you have to fly. You fly back home. And my favorite state, the news wanted to come and do a news thing about me. So, I'm at the airport, I'm tired, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and camera's on me, and I'm having to give a story. And the interpreter was not yet there, so my mom did some interpreting for me until she arrived. Here's my family in the upper right-hand corner. And then here I am sleeping. Well, I was stuck in the airport. I was late, I was upset, I was worried. Flights were canceled. So all the other girls had already landed, and here I was. I had not yet landed, and I was stuck in the airport and couldn't get a flight out. So I tried one flight, and there wasn't room available, and tried the next flight, and finally I arrived, and they all looked at me. And they said, "You're Miss South Dakota?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here." But was I angry for 1 week and 2 weeks? No. I was patient. It happened. We made it through, and I had support. So what can you do about it? Just laugh. Become frustrated and laugh. Do I want to cry and sulk around about it? Nope. I just laugh and go on and make the best of it. Yes, it was frustrating, but we got through it, and something to laugh about. Here's Miss Deaf South Dakota. And a little crown there, and then you get a bigger crown that's quite heavy with Miss Deaf America. And here's a deaf mime that I have a picture with. You guys know what mime is, correct? Kids are just fascinated with him, and they go up and want to touch him, but they're just fascinated with his miming. Me, I was fascinated with him. And today is Dr. Seuss Day, correct? Well, I love Dr. Seuss. Here at Camp for Deaf Kids, I went and did my Dr. Seuss presentation there. And then another one, this is during the pageant itself. And here's a picture of Dr. Seuss. This is he travels with me. my traveling buddy, so to speak. I think I left him at home. I haven't seen him for a few years. Then just, of course, some other pictures of me and family. And this picture of my parents. They had to save money all year and to be able to do extra work to be able to get enough money. Do you guys save money during the year and collect money? Yeah, money's just not handed to me. I've had to work really hard and earn the money to be able to fly, and then earn more money to be able to pay for registrations and in order to do this. It took a lot of raising of money. Oh, international dinner. This is kind of similar to what we have at the international dinner. So what you guys do now, but as you guys, what you do now and as you progress through life will help make your future. Do you have any questions? Do you have a farmhouse, and my dad works on many different trucks on a farm. Yeah, we have a lot of semi-trucks on our farm. Mm-hmm. What'd you say again? Oh, and do you plant seeds? Yep. We plant corn and soybeans. My dad plants potatoes. And he has flown to see horses, and we've watched them. And my dad, he has a good job on a farm.
Question. Kike.
Which part of South Dakota do you live?
In the northeast corner. It's just really in the middle of nowhere. It's close to, the closest food store is 45 minutes away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do we have any other questions?
Okay, if we don't have any more questions, we have a little gift for Miss Chelsea.
Oh, put it.
For coming and presenting to us. Out in the foyer out here, we have cake, and we have 3 different guessing games for you to play. So you're welcome to go out there and have some cake and punch and play the games. We don't have much time, so we kind of have to hurry to get back to class. So you can stand up and go out.